Well, welcome back to Quest for Treasure on Quest for Details. We're going to do a little bit of magnet fishing. Check out these docks. You can't even get to this one because this big old fig tree went crazy on it. We're on an island. We're just surrounded by docks, and we'll come back here with the kayak. But look at this one. There's foundations and piers and posts in all directions. And then check that out. Tell me that's not the funnest dock ever. We're going to do a little splashing and spelling that we're on over there, but it's kind of surrounded in seaweed. I just found this public pier over here. I'm thinking this is going to be perfect, so we're going to go ahead and try and drop it off the edge. Looks good. Got no edges on it, so everything that gets kicked off at night falls right in. And we're on a catfish lake, so it's a good thing. There's a few of them out here too. Okay, first pull up and we got something. Anybody see what that is? Me neither. We'll keep pulling. Bracket. Oh no, the dock's gonna fall down. We're in trouble. Go ahead and pull that off of there. Get some nails and we'll just kind of reinsert that. Okay, this is the next pull. So that's a rubber fishing lure. A screw out of the dock. Whatever we're on. Try to focus. Some jig heads. Jig head Jones. And pieces of tack. Man, I gotta get out the sandpaper and oil and do my magnet. Clean it up. Look at that. Abrasive. Ooh, this one feels heavy. Oh, it's a chunk of rebar. Okay, well. Not having any problem hauling that up. No, not rebar. Like cable or something. Kind of flexy. So I think it is a chunk of cable. Okay. Look at these cliff houses here. I think that's kind of far out. Look. There's so many docks. But yeah, look at that cliff. I mean, we're surrounded. That's another boat launch over there, it looks like. And then this whole thing, see the blue buoys? That's public swimming. You can you can metal detect all along there, all along here. Full boat launch. So we're on Clear Lake is where we are, but we're on the far north side of it. So exploring around a bit. What's that out there? Rocks, I guess, or something. Man, what a cool lake, huh? I think that's an island. And then the volcano. Okay, back to it. Okay, we've got something else coming out of the water. Can't tell what it is, but it's yellow. Plastic looking. What do we got? It's a screw and a Radical Sports video game or something. Hold, sound, score, and it must be a game. And a bunch of metal, and screws, and stuff. That's cool though. Stop! Okay, gotta get this off. Okay. The next one, I didn't know what it was at first. I thought we had an eel attacking us. That's a really big bass worm. Right? Lots of finds so far, every throw. First dock. It's a good day. Stick with it. Okay, when you see a bell, that means you're in the right spot. Because people are out here night fishing. Night fish are kicking stuff in way more often. So every place where you see there's high traffic of people, no edges, and there's people fishing at night, you're going to get a lot of good stuff every time, I promise. It doesn't look like there's anybody else here with the magnet because it's loaded up. Okay, I'm not going to lift this one up to the dock, I'm going to swing it over, but man, that's a powerful magnet, right? Oh, he lost it again. We might be seeing that in the future. That's a big old pipe laying down there. Want to see it again? Oh, there it goes. You could do that all day. We don't want to know what it is though. Our next big and crazy object, and it came up with somehow 2 big old treble hooks and a lead sinker. So we'll have to get those off of there when I have 2 hands. Big old bolt. Okay, felt these clank on. I wanted to get the camera on before I don't drop the camera in the water. Pair of pliers. It's a good thing, right? Those are new and usable. Still shiny. Want me to show you? Look. The ease of them. Those are good electrical pliers too. When I get back near some water, I'll clean them up. But yeah, Clear Lake's so cold. Doesn't never seem to rust. Man, that's a good pair. Nice needle nose. Start getting an idea what the good bait is around here too, because you can see what everybody's using and losing. So, see, that's usually hard information. I think you use worms. I'm at a nice wooden dock today and everything's uniform bottom. I'm using my outrigger, so I just took a pruning pole. I took the saw off, put an eye bolt through it, so it's good and secure, and then a cheap carabiner, because I'm still lashed onto the rope, so it doesn't matter. And that allows me to do a drag along, because that's what I do when I first get there, is I drag all along the bottom, all the way up and down the dock. Now it actually feels like I got hit while I'm talking, but I'll work my way all along, just dragging until I do the whole circumference for everything that's kicked off before I do any actual throwing out. Let's see what we got. Now lean it back, set the rope down. Ooh, it feels like something really big. Oh my god. Sorry about the camera work. It's something huge. Do you see that down there? It's like a big plume of mud. Look at that. What is it? What did we get? That's crazy. I'm gonna have to use 2 hands. It looks like a garbage can lid. That's exactly what it is, a big old garbage can lid. Well, see? City of Clear Lake helping you out there. It's a little slimy, but you can put it back on probably. Let's keep going. So that's what I was saying, instead of being able to just drag right along the edge here, things are thrown or they flutter out like a leaf way farther out there, so I can get like a 15-foot boom on this. And then I just walk down, letting the dock take the weight, and then it just drags along behind like I was trolling on the bottom, but way out there, you know. I'm 8 foot out. I couldn't reach it for uh-oh, that's something big. Hang on, people. There's the next pole up. So it's a nice bass jig. Still got some sparkle and some shine to it. Got by the other worms. And another little rubble, another little wobble for jiggy wiggy. And bottle caps and bolts and screws. People got a screw loose out here. A few of them. Whoa! Okay, we're moving down to the next one. And this should be good because it should have cement from the ramp extending down a ways, so that keeps stuff out of the mud and out of the rocks and stuff. And we're not fishing, we're just recovering with a magnet. So we can do that here. Pretty cool, huh? I didn't have very many finds over on that dock, but I did come down to the beach and kind of high grading, got my first signal. Looks like a dime. Let's pull it out and see what it is. Oh yeah. It's been there. Look at the date. Since 2000. But it's a dime. We're on the board. Coin. We're not skunked at all. Plus, this is a magnet fishing / metal detecting video, so we're doing pretty darn good today. Let's kind of cool. I'm gonna call this a treasure. Just laying here, looks like a little glass insulator or part of a fuse or something. I don't know how old, but I like little glass things. Wow, there's hardly any obsidian on this shore, but every single piece that I find is part of an old tip. See that? It's hard to tell. It's got some big notches taken out there and on the other side. But that's what it is. Oh, poor thing. Signal, it basically drove me crazy. It is heavy, but not quite as heavy as lead. It's kind of hard and it's kind of silver. You can see where I scraped it away. It just might be a pewter mix, or this might be a nickel or something. Definitely gonna hang on to it because it's not quite lead, you know. Could be a little melted piece of silver. It was sure ringing up like it was a silver coin. That was cool, but it was a bit of a dig. Okay, there's the next coin signal. And it's kind of a coin. The American version these days. Kinda. I got this one in my hand. Oh, I think I see it right there on top. Okay, and you are a aluminum tube. Okay. But the signal right next to it is a little ring. That's cute. It's like a... Oh, I was gonna say it's a toy ring. It's not. There's little pieces of where turquoise would have been. That's a pattern. Bible pattern. That is cute. Right on, right on. Let me look at it a little bit closer. Well, it doesn't say it's silver in there. But if you look at the color of it, it hasn't rusted and it's just kind of that dull luster. So that's pretty cute. I like it. That's a ring. We've had a good metal detecting day and a good magnet fishing day. Thank you guys for sticking with me, and we're going to beep and bop a little bit more, so if you see something else in the video, it'll be because of another find. That's our next signal. It took me for a ride. It was buried down in there. I switched up sides on by the side of this old foundation, and we're going to go check out this island that has all these old fruit trees on it. And I'm wondering how long it's been there, but the fruit trees look really old. So this is my next signal. It's kind of cool. Don't know what it was to, but it's pretty ornate. A little lamppost or something. Out on this island, but it has big old fruit trees. It has a spot where you could actually drive across it. It looks like it's been restored a few times. So this may have always just been a park or whatever, or a private residence. I see there's like hollyhock gone crazy that blooms, and most of these are actually old fruit trees and stuff. So it's at least been a park for a while. But I'm getting doorknobs and stuff that's like pieces of an old house. You know, would have been gone for a while, but that's what I'm digging up out here so far. Okay, I'm out here by the old willow, big enough to tip over, and checking it out. And a little copper threaded piece of majigger underneath the old plum tree. That's all I can say. Keeping going. There's a screaming signal for you. That came out of that little hole. I basically tipped it out with the blade. But that's check that out. That's a solid bar of copper. I mean, big old chunk of copper. Right on. I'll take that. That's actually pretty cool. Danger, danger. This one's a whole T-stake sticking out of the grass at an angle. I found this one about that far in, so I wanted to pull it out so it wasn't just a punji stake. And it ended up being a 6-foot copper grounding rod from yesteryear. Another huge chunk of copper. That's the real deal. It's not the iron with the little copper coating. That's the old style chunkage. And yeah, one less booby trap. Okay, so not purposefully looting this park for all of its old copper, but there is another I bent that one in half, so now we're up to about, I'm not joking, at least 25 pounds of copper there. Pure and clean. We like scrap. Well, between these huge pieces, the other copper piece, I mean, it's pretty heavy to carry back. It's pretty crazy. My truck is parked right over there, so I'm going to go ahead and not leave this here for anybody to fall on and get hurt. I'll bring this home, make sure it gets to the proper recyclers. Kind of awesome. Might even pound that out a little bit. It's good, thick, old, soft stuff. And it's getting late for me, you guys, so the wind is dead on the lake and everything is completely glass calm. Really nice and really perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and quiet down myself. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, evening, morning, whatever's going on with you. We'll see you out there. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, it's the next day. I didn't get to a repeated theme here of these next day cleanups. I went to, it was super late out on the docks yesterday, and then had to go do videos and stuff, edit the videos and get them sent out. So I was actually working till pretty late on that. But this is what we found. This was the magnet fishing segment of it, and this was the metal detecting segment of it. So you can see we got our rubber worms and our fishing gear, and we got all our screws and our junk and our bails and all that, and we got that big old chunk of copper, the video game, nice pair of pliers. They open and shut like really easy. And let's see, I like the copper. I also brought home those big old pieces there right here of 6 foot long copper tubes. Ended up with about 30 pounds of copper. And these are our coins, 1970s quarter, the dime, the penny, our little ring, undetermined silver metal that's harder than might be, well, heavier than aluminum and harder than lead, and it's silver. A little sconch or whatever that was. That's magnet fishing there. And then the rest of the scrap metal and stuff. So that was a pretty fun little trip out. Found a new spot and a new angle on an old lake. So thanks for coming with us on that one. And we will see you next time for sure. Fish on.